Hey, good morning, Denver Black. Out here in the field this morning, and I just have a question. It's a simple question. Are your plants alive or dead? Seems obvious. I'm in here in a green field, and that's what most of us would say if we see a field that's green and growing. We would say, yeah, it's alive. Duh. Come on, Denver. What you been doing out there in the field today? I'd say, yeah, that's what we would normally say. But then, if that's the case, why are we constantly dealing in conventional agriculture with fungal issues, with disease, with rots? What do I mean by that? What I mean is, why are we always worried about things like white mold, sclerotinia, fusarium, right? Why are we worried about these things in our crops? The truth is they're out there everywhere, and they have jobs to do, just like you and I. So what's their job? Well, it depends, doesn't it? It depends on whether you're alive or dead or alive. Same with us, human beings, right? Right now, I'm covered with and filled with live organisms. Those same organisms that are helping me, we're learning more and more about our connections between the gut and the brain, etc. The same organisms that are helping me to live more and more abundantly, more vibrantly, and to be more resilient are the same ones that if I drop dead out here in the field right now, of a heart attack, within minutes they start to decompose me, right? The same ones. So what's the difference? 1 minute they're helping me, the next minute they're eating me. I would argue the difference is an electrical stimulus, an electrical signal, my heartbeat, my pulse, my electrical synapses firing between cells. But we also tend to think that there's dead or alive. That's it. You're dead or you're alive. But we got other questions like, are you surviving or thriving, right? That's another question. So when I'm asking, are your plants dead or alive, I'm asking, are they surviving or thriving? And I believe that when plants are thriving, you won't be running into these issues like fungal rot. And I think the same is true for us as humans. When we're thriving, when we are not deficient in minerals, when we have a balance going on in our systems, we're healthy. Let me show you what we're looking at and the reason people get concerned about that. So when we look a little deeper down here under the canopy in these potatoes, we can get real worried because see, dead, right? Dead leaves. These are old dead leaves that have fallen off. Why? Well, there's a number of reasons. Shading can be some of it. Their inability to create photosynthate because they don't have access to sunlight. But that's pretty tough as well because we have good evidence showing in forests that big trees will feed carbon to little trees, sunlight. But anyway, what we see most of the time is a deficiency in, say, potassium in the lower leaves. And we have abscisic acid that builds up. And what happens, abscisic acid to abscise, blink, they just fall off. The plant says, this thing's dragging me down. I can't support the growth anymore. Pops it off. And then it's wet down here in the canopy. And so it's slimy and moldy, right? See all that goodiness down there? So why do we worry about that? We worry about these slimy parts sitting on our non-slimy parts. And this is, where we were like, oh no, see that guy right there? See, that dude is going to eat on this dude, and then he's going to start eating on this dude. Now, true, that is true, that can happen, because as that dude tries to break down this, he will release organic acids that will be damaging to this guy. But when our live, thriving plants are rich in calcium and silica and boron and molybdenum and these things that make the plant parts slick and hard, look, it's going to be impregnable. It's going to be like bulletproof glass, right? And there's a nice little fly, a predatory fly that just landed. Also, other cool things down in here. See that? Can you see the light on that spider web? Got predators down here. See, when we're not killing all of our biology with toxic poisons, we have an entire ecosystem that's happening down here. Anyways, that's for another video. So a takeaway, thoughts from the field. Are your plants dead or alive? More specifically, are they surviving or are they thriving? Now, I'm not here to say I know how to make your plants thrive in every situation. I don't know that. We're learning here, but we are learning as we go that when we manage crops in a holistic manner, doing our best to mimic the natural design of things and not killing, but doing our best to try and ask the question, why, why are these lower leaves down here? Why are they falling off? And then once they do, what do we do about that? And anyways, I'm just rambling on. Surviving or thriving, guys. Godspeed.